Embroidery Speed Adjustment. By pressing the plus or minus key, you can select the maximum embroidery sewing speed at 400, 500, or 650 stitches per minute. Sewing light on/off. Press the next page key to move to the final page. Thread selection. The color code of the selected brand will be shown on the color or part key along with the name of the color. Format keys. You can erase stored files completely by pressing Yes to the right of the built-in memory or ATA PC card keys. A protected PC design card will not be affected. Before erasing the files, make sure to make a backup copy because once you erase the files, there is no way to recover them. Reset all to defaults. This allows you to reset your machine to the same settings as when you purchased it except for the language setting. Register. After setting your preferences, press the Register key. If you press the Return key, your machine will return to the previous screen without registering the settings. The Flag tab. To change the language of the display, press the Flag tab. You can select from 11 languages. The Quick Help Mode key. The Help mode shows you useful tips on basic operations of the machine. Chapter 3. Ordinary Sewing. First, open the Ordinary Sewing mode by pressing the Mode Selection button. There are 105 stitch patterns as well as block monogramming available in the Ordinary Sewing mode. These patterns are classified into 5 groups. To select a pattern, simply press the pattern icon key on the visual touchscreen. The selected pattern will be shown in the window along with the recommended machine setting and foot. The Memory Craft 9700 is programmed to optimize the stitch length and width. Utility stitches. The utility stitches consist of 12 patterns for seaming, overcasting, blind hemming, and other useful stitches. However, you can adjust the stitch length and width to suit your specific sewing needs. Press the Adjust key to open the adjusting window. The preset value will be displayed. To alter the setting, press the plus or minus key below the property you wish to change. For the straight stitches, you can move the needle drop position by pressing the plus or minus key on the left. Buttonholes. The buttonhole section offers 7 styles of buttonholes: button sewing, an automatic darning stitch, a tacking stitch, and an eyelet stitch. To make a buttonhole, first place a button on the back of the automatic buttonhole foot and push the holder to grasp the button. The buttonhole length will be determined automatically. Attach the buttonhole foot. Pass the needle thread through the hole of the foot and draw both threads to the left. Place the fabric under the foot. Pull the buttonhole lever down as far as it will go. Then continue pushing down on the foot control or pushing the Start-Stop button to sew a buttonhole. The machine will stop automatically when the buttonhole is complete. Satin Stitches. Pattern numbers 25 to 34 are satin stitches that can be used for decorative stitching and border trimming. You can elongate the pattern to up to 5 times the original pattern length while maintaining the stitch density by pressing the Adjust key. Decorative Stitches. The 7-page decorative stitch section contains various patterns. Some utility stitches are also included as programmable patterns in this section. Any of the satin and decorative stitch patterns, including a blank space and the locking stitch, can be programmed to create a pattern combination. Press the Program key, then select as many patterns as you wish to combine. The selected patterns will be programmed as a pattern combination series. You can also combine a mirror image of the desired pattern by pressing the Mirror Image key. Monogramming. Press the Monogram key to open the monogramming page. A letter or number will appear in the upper window of the visual touchscreen each time you press the corresponding letter key. Select from numbers, upper and lowercase letters, European accented letters. And you can also select the letter size. Just enter the text and you are ready to sew a monogram. Pressing the magnifier key enlarges the letter number keys to make entry easier. Press the Return key to go back to the previous screen. Saving and opening a file. Programmed pattern combinations and monogramming can be saved in the built-in memory or in an ATAPC card inserted in the machine's card slot. Press the File Save key to open the Save mode. Select the file from the built-in memory or an ATAPC card. The file will be named automatically starting from M001, or you can name the file yourself by pressing the File Name key. For example, let's call the file Janome. To save the file, press the OK key. To open a file that you have saved, press the Open File key at the right side of the visual touchscreen. A window will appear. You can see the file Janome you just saved. Press the OK to open the file. Twin needle sewing. Some utility and decorative stitches can be sewn with a twin needle. Be sure to turn the power off before changing the needle. Change the needle to the twin needle that is included in the standard accessories. Press the twin needle key to limit the maximum stitch width to 3 millimeters. When sewing with a twin needle, use the additional spool pin to hold an additional spool of thread. Thread the machine in the same way as a single needle up to the needle thread guide. Separate the two threads and slip each thread individually behind the right and left thread guides, then thread each needle by hand. Please note that in this case the automatic needle threader cannot be used and stitches not suitable for twin needle sewing will gray out. Please note that the combination stitches and the save function also cannot be used in the twin needle setting. Chapter 4. Embroidery Sewing. Preparation. First, it is necessary to change the foot. Turn off the power switch. Loosen the thumb screw and remove the foot holder. Attach the embroidery foot P on the presser bar from behind and tighten the thumb screw to secure the foot. Reduce the foot pressure to 2. Embroidery hoops. 2 different sizes of embroidery hoops and 2 templates for use with embroidery hoops are provided with your memory craft. Embroidery hoop A is the standard size 12.6 centimeters by 11 centimeters or 5 inches by 4.3 inches. Embroidery hoop B is a large size 20 centimeters by 14 centimeters or 7.9 inches by 5.5 inches. All embroidery projects require stabilizing. Stabilizing your fabric gives optimum results to your projects and minimizes the chance of thread jamming. Attaching the embroidery hoop to the machine. Use hoop A. Be sure that the hoop is the right side up. The correct side of the inner hoop is embossed with R and L. Loosen the screw on the outer hoop. Lay the prepared fabric and place the inner hoop with a template on it. Insert them into the outer hoop. Tighten the screw on the outer hoop and stretch the fabric. Make sure the fabric is stretched and drum tight in the hoop. To attach the embroidery hoop to the machine, turn the attaching knob until it is parallel with the hoop. Then set it on the carriage by fitting the pins into the carriage holes. Turn the attaching knob clockwise. Always check that there is sufficient clearance for the embroidery carriage behind your machine before starting the machine. Chapter 5. Embroidery Sewing. Embroidery Mode. To select the embroidery mode, press the embroidery mode key. It is unnecessary to use the drop feed lever since the machine will automatically drop the feed dog when it switches over to the embroidery mode.